What happens when a rabbit meets the sea? This rabbit has never seen the ocean. Its heart races with excitement, but then a mighty wave approaches. Will it be swept away? In a swift jump, it dodges. Now, it explores the mysterious shoreline. What secrets does the ocean hold? It sees little fish dancing in the surf. Suddenly, a seagull swoops down. Is this the end of the adventure? No. It decides to chase the seagull. Together, they create a dance of freedom. But soon the rabbit feels tired. The ocean's rhythm calms its heart. It feels a deep connection to nature. This adventure brought peace to its spirit. The ocean, a world of wonder. Every creature finds its place.
In a quiet meadow, a rabbit lives. But this rabbit has a problem. He never wants to share his toys. Then, one day, friends arrive. They all want to play together. But the rabbit feels left out. He realizes he must change. So he takes a deep breath and approaches his friends. Can he share his toys? His friends cheer with delight. They all play with laughter. But then a toy goes missing. Who could have taken it? They discover a sneaky fox. But instead of anger, they offer help. They unite to retrieve the toy. And it works. The fox returns the toy. Together, they all share the joy. In the end, sharing brings kindness. And that's how a rabbit learned to share.
What happens when a rabbit meets a mouse? In a world where size matters, they were never supposed to be friends. But fate had other plans. A storm rolled in unexpectedly, forcing them to seek shelter together. Inside, they discover something surprising. They start to laugh and share stories. But suddenly, a loud noise shakes the burrow. They peek outside, and what they see changes everything. In that moment, they realize their friendship is special. From that day forward, they were inseparable. Together, they faced every challenge, and they discovered the true meaning of friendship. Their bond grew stronger, defying all odds. They promised to always support each other, no matter what came their way. They would face it together with love. Together, they proved that friendship has no boundaries. This is the story of a rabbit and a mouse.
Did you know rabbits can count? This little bunny is about to learn something amazing. It starts with 1 toy. Then comes 2. But wait, can it go to 3? It's a bit of a struggle. Finally, it grabs 3. But what if there are 4? Can it handle the challenge? It's not just about toys. It's about counting and learning. Can it count to 5? Yes, 5 toys. What next? Let's try for 6. But wait, too many toys. Learning can be messy. But it's all part of the fun. Counting is just the beginning of learning. What will it learn next? Stay tuned for more adventures. Imagine a rabbit with a big dream. He wanted to fly like a bird. Others laughed at his dreams. But he never lost faith. He found an ancient book. It spoke of magical wings. But the wings were guarded. The rabbit had to prove himself. He faced 3 challenging trials. Each trial tested his courage. Finally, he reached the wings. But would they fit him? With courage, he put them on. And in an instant, he soared. He felt free like never before. His friends watched in awe. They realized dreams can come true. And from that day, he was no longer just a rabbit. He was a symbol of hope. His story inspired all to chase dreams. Have you heard of the shape mystery? This rabbit is about to discover something amazing. First up, the circle. What could it mean? Next, the square appears. Why are these shapes together? And then comes the triangle. Now, everything is connected. But wait, there's a secret. These shapes can unlock new worlds. Can he solve the mystery? Every shape has a story. The circle represents unity. The square stands for stability. And the triangle? It's all about growth. Together, they teach us important lessons. Shapes are everywhere, waiting to be discovered. Join our rabbit on this learning journey. Shapes can lead to endless adventures. What if a rabbit changed everything? In a quiet forest, loneliness lurked. Until one day, a mysterious sound echoed. Could it be a friend? A squirrel leaps out unexpectedly. At first, the rabbit was scared. But the squirrel had a secret. Together, they could explore the forest. They discovered hidden places and faced challenges together. One day, danger struck. The squirrel pushed the rabbit to safety. In that moment, friendship was forged. They realized together they were stronger. From that day on, nothing could separate them. They shared adventures and laughter. And when it was time to say goodbye, They promised to always stay in touch. Their hearts full, they shared a big hug. Because friendship can change everything.
Did you know rabbits can sense seasons? But how do they know when spring arrives? It all begins with the warm sun. Spring brings life, but also hidden dangers. Then comes the scorching summer heat. Summer feels endless, but food becomes scarce. But then autumn arrives, bringing unexpected treasures. Acorns and berries are plentiful and delicious. Yet, autumn also signals the approaching chill. Winter comes with harsh trials. Food is scarce, but survival instincts kick in. Days seem endless, but spring will return. Each season teaches valuable lessons. From danger to abundance, nature is a cycle. In the end, the beauty of seasons remains unmatched. Nature's rhythm is a masterpiece of life. And so, the rabbit continues to learn and adapt. Discover the beauty in every changing season.
In a forest, a shy rabbit lived. His name was Binky. He never spoke. Other animals would gather, excitedly chatting. But Binky always watched from afar. One day, a storm threatened their fun. The friends needed a leader to guide them. Binky felt a spark of courage inside. Could he finally speak up? He hopped forward, heart pounding. "Friends, we need to find shelter." His voice was soft but clear. The friends followed Binky, trusting him. They found a cozy cave to hide in. After the storm, they felt grateful. Binky finally joined in the fun. He found his voice and his friends. Now, Binky was never shy again. He had transformed from shy to brave, and it all started with one brave moment. Binky realized he was never alone. Together, they could face any storm.
Did you know rabbits can be superheroes? But not just any rabbit. Meet Rudy, the veggie-loving rabbit. He discovered a secret. Eating veggies makes him stronger. But he faced challenges. His friends loved junk food instead. Rudy felt left out. Then, he had a bright idea. He invited them to a veggie party. They were curious and decided to join in. Rudy showed them veggie power. They transformed into super bunnies. Now they all love veggies. Rudy became their hero. Healthy eating can change lives. Join Rudy in the veggie adventure. Because veggies are the real power. Be like Rudy. Eat your veggies.
In a quiet burrow lived a curious rabbit named Binky, always asking questions. One day, Binky spotted a glimmering path. He felt an adventure calling him, but the forest held many secrets. Suddenly, he heard a soft whisper. It was a tiny fairy named Luna. Luna offered to show him a hidden treasure, but danger lurked in the shadows. An evil sorcerer wanted the treasure for himself. Binky had to act fast. Together, they devised a brilliant plan. They would use the forest magic. A brave confrontation awaited them. With a clever trick, they outsmarted him. The treasure was safe and magic flourished. Binky returned home, full of stories. He learned that curiosity leads to magic. And every night he dreamed of new adventures. The end of one adventure, but a beginning of many.
Have you ever seen a dancing rabbit? In a quiet forest, this rabbit dreamed big. But the birds didn't take it seriously. Until one day, a magical flute appeared. The rabbit picked it up and started playing. Suddenly, the forest filled with magical music. The birds were mesmerized. They couldn't resist. Together, they decided to join the rabbit. Soon, a dance-off began. The rabbit's moves were surprising. It was a sight to behold. Then came the unexpected twist. But instead of falling, it soared high. The flute landed in the perfect spot. They all laughed, realizing how funny it was. From that day on, they danced together, creating friendships that would last forever. And every evening, they would dance with joy. Because sometimes, dreams do come true. Did you know about the enchanted castle? This castle holds a secret. One brave rabbit, named Oliver, decides to explore inside. But something feels off. He discovers a hidden room. Inside, a mysterious book lies open. The book reveals a powerful spell, but reading it comes with risks. Then he hears a whisper. It warns him of the consequences. But Oliver is determined. He starts chanting the spell. Suddenly, chaos erupts. He must make a choice. Will he harness the magic, or will he unleash chaos? In an instant, everything changes. Oliver emerges into a new world. The castle's true magic revealed. His adventure has just begun. What if a rabbit faced the ultimate challenge? A turtle is stranded on the opposite bank. But how can a slow turtle cross? The rabbit devises a brilliant plan. First, he needs a distraction. He starts making loud noises. The turtle takes a chance. But the river is full of danger. Will the turtle dare to swim? The rabbit yells, "You can do it." The turtle takes a deep breath and plunges in. Suddenly, a strong current pulls him away. Will he be swept downstream? But wait, the rabbit has an idea. He races to find a lifebuoy. He finds a floating log. He shouts, "Grab it." The turtle catches on and holds tight. Together, they cross the river. They emerge on the other side, friends forever. A little rabbit had a big dream: to become a famous painter. Every night, he practiced hard. But the other animals laughed at him. They said, "Rabbits can't paint." But he didn't give up. He sought inspiration from nature. One day, he spotted a mysterious canvas. It was filled with beautiful colors. He decided to recreate it. But then, a storm approached. He had to protect his masterpiece. The storm raged on, but he held strong. Finally, the storm passed, and he unveiled his artwork. The animals were amazed. They realized, anyone can create art. The rabbit became a local hero. His story inspired others to follow dreams. Because in the end, every dream matters. Once lived a little rabbit, who dreamed of traveling to the moon. But how could a rabbit achieve this? It started with imagination. They crafted a rocket from leaves, and dreamed of the adventures ahead. But then came the doubts. What if they failed? Yet, hope sparked a new plan. They gathered all their courage, and launched into the unknown. Up they went, higher than ever. Suddenly, a mysterious light appeared. Could this be the moon? They landed, and what a sight! Bounce after bounce, they explored freely. They saw the earth, so small and beautiful. At that moment, they felt truly alive. They realized dreams can come true. And from that day, they would never stop dreaming.
What if golden carrots changed everything? In a world where magic is real, this rabbit named Binky had a dream: to find the legendary golden carrots. But he wasn't the only one searching. The fox named Sly had a plan. Then, Binky discovered a hidden path. It led him to a mysterious cave, but the cave held a secret. The golden carrots were guarded by riddles. If he solved them, riches awaited, but Sly was close behind. Would Binky solve the riddle in time? Suddenly, the ground began to shake. A magical door appeared. Together, they opened it with a key. Inside, a treasure trove of golden carrots. They realized friendship was the real treasure. From that day on, they adventured together, and happiness filled the air.
What if flowers could speak? One rabbit discovered a mysterious paintbrush. But what will it create? It starts with blue flowers. Next, it adds fiery red petals. Then, a splash of sunny yellow. But wait, there's a problem. The colors are getting messy. Can it save the flowers? A brilliant idea strikes. Combine them. And then, magic happens. It realizes colors can blend beautifully. Every flower tells a colorful story. And so, the rabbit shares its secret. They all join in the art adventure. Together, they create a colorful masterpiece. It became the talk of the forest. Who knew flowers could bring everyone together? In the end, it was all about fun. So, what colors will you discover next? Have you ever heard of magic words? This little rabbit is about to discover too. But what are these magic words? It all starts with a simple act. The rabbit realizes it can help. But how does it ask? Then, it remembers the magic words. The rabbit hops up and says, "Thank you." The squirrel's frown turns into a bright smile. Then the rabbit says, "Please." And just like that, magic happens. Everyone feels the joy of kindness. But what if the rabbit forgot the words? The forest falls into silence. Then, the rabbit remembers. Words matter. It hops up, takes a deep breath, and says, "Thank you." The forest fills with laughter once more. The rabbit learns that kindness is key, and that the magic words are thank you and please. Remember, little ones, words have power. What if a rabbit unlocks the week? One sunny day, it played a game. But wait, something felt strange. It noticed the days passing by. Monday was for adventures, while Tuesday brought friends together. Wednesday was for learning new tricks. Then came Thursday, a day for games. But Friday was for mysteries. What secrets lay in Saturday? And Sunday, a day to reflect. Each day revealed a new adventure. But what if it learned the truth about time? Time isn't just days, it's experiences. It realized each day is a gift. So, let's cherish every moment. What will you discover each week?
What if a rabbit had too many carrots? He hoarded them all selfishly. His friends watched, hungry and sad. One day they gathered courage. Together they approached him nervously. They asked, "Can we share?" But the rabbit was conflicted. What will happen if he shares? Then he had a revelation. Sharing could mean more friends. His friends cheered, overjoyed. Suddenly a storm approached. Will they survive together? They banded together, working as one. After the storm they felt stronger. The rabbit learned to share and care. Their bond grew unbreakable. And so he discovered true happiness. In sharing they found friendship. Remember, sharing brings joy.
What if patience could change everything? One day, he found a mysterious seed. He decided to plant it right away. But then, he faced a challenge. The rain poured down, flooding the area. He wanted to dig it up, but paused. Could this be a test of patience? Days passed, and the storm finally ended. To his surprise, a tiny sprout appeared. He realized patience had rewarded him. Weeks later, the plant bloomed beautifully. Friends gathered to see the wonder. They learned together that patience is key. Sometimes, waiting leads to amazing things. So, plant your seeds and wait patiently. You never know what wonders await. And remember, patience can transform your world. Will you plant your own seeds of patience? What if a rabbit could talk? Meet Benny, a tricky little fellow. He loved to tell tall tales. But one day, he crossed the line. His friends believed him, at first. But the treasure was a myth. They felt betrayed by Benny. He realized lying hurt his friends. So he decided to make it right. He approached them, heart racing. With a deep breath, he spoke the truth. His friends listened, hearts softening. Benny promised to always be honest. From that day on, he was a trusted friend. Benny learned that truth is powerful, and honesty builds the strongest bonds. So remember, always tell the truth, because the truth will set you free. Be like Benny and choose honesty.
In the heart of the forest, a mysterious rabbit appears. Something draws it closer. What lies beyond this door? With a brave hop, it pushes the door. The world inside is breathtaking, but danger lurks nearby. The rabbit discovers a hidden map. It leads to a treasure guarded by shadows. A choice must be made, bravery or fear. With determination, it enters the cave. Inside, a guardian awaits. To gain the treasure, it must solve a riddle. What is the answer to the test? With a spark of insight, it responds. The treasure is revealed. With newfound wisdom, it returns home. The forest now feels different. It shares its story of adventure. And so a new legend is born.
Meet a rabbit with a crazy secret. He loves more than just carrots. Rainbows are his true passion. But wait, there's a mystery. Why is the rainbow disappearing? He decides to investigate. He meets a grumpy cloud. The cloud reveals a shocking truth. Rainbows need happiness to survive. The cloud is sad and lonely. Can the rabbit bring joy back? Together, they create a new rainbow. The rabbit learns a valuable lesson. Happiness can change everything. Now, he spreads joy everywhere, and the rainbow shines brighter than ever. Join the rabbit on his colorful adventures, because joy makes the world shine. Did you know rabbits have teeth? But not just any teeth, sharp ones, and they need to be cared for. What happens if they don't brush? Their teeth could rot. And what's worse? Gingivitis. But there's a solution. Brushing every day keeps them healthy. And don't forget to floss. Healthy teeth mean a happy rabbit. They can munch on carrots with ease. So, remember to brush your teeth, or face the consequences. Every rabbit deserves a sparkling smile. So grab your toothbrush now. Let's keep those teeth clean. Join the rabbit in the Toothbrush Club. A healthy smile is a happy life. Remember, brush twice a day. Stay healthy, stay happy. What if I told you sleeping early could change your entire life? Meet Benny, our sleep-deprived rabbit. He always stayed up late, watching the stars. But one night, he overheard something shocking. The owls said, "Sleep is the key to better health and happiness." They revealed a secret about sleep. Did you know? Sleep boosts memory. But that's not all. It improves mood. The owls spoke of increased energy. He was intrigued, but skeptical. So, he decided to test this theory. That night, he slept like a baby. The next morning, he felt transformed. He had more energy than ever, and his mood, sky high. Benny couldn't believe the difference. His friends wanted to know his secret. Benny became the sleep ambassador. Now, they all sleep early and thrive.